In this film, we will explain what will happen in your Social Security and Child Support Tribunal video hearing. It's normal to feel nervous or anxious about tribunal hearings. We have created this short film to help you prepare. You can watch this film as many times as you want to. You can pause, rewind, or restart it at any time by using the buttons at the bottom of the screen. You can turn subtitles, also known as closed captions or CC, on or off. Video hearings are run in the same way as hearings that take place in a tribunal building. The difference is that some or all of the people taking part will join the hearing online rather than travelling to a special building. The fact that your case is being dealt with by video hearing does not, in any way, make it less formal or less important. A video hearing has exactly the same rules to ensure that everyone involved is treated fairly and with respect. If you have any concerns about taking part in a video hearing after watching this film, you should contact the tribunal staff. You can find their contact details in the letter or email they have sent you. Talk to them about your concerns. You may be able to come to a tribunal building to use their video equipment. It's also possible to ask for a tribunal hearing where you meet in the same room as other people. This film provides answers to the following 3 key questions. How can you prepare for your hearing? What will happen on the day? How should you behave in the hearing?
Let's start with some tips about how you can prepare for your hearing. Details about how to connect to your video hearing and how long has been set aside to hear your case will be sent to you before the day in the notice of hearing. This document contains important information. Make sure you have it to hand for your hearing. You can connect to the hearing from a computer, tablet, or mobile phone from home or somewhere else of your choice. Video hearings work best when you use a computer or large tablet on a flat surface and Wi-Fi. Using your phone may mean that you use up credit very quickly or have connection issues. The device you use also needs to have a camera. If you do not have a computer, tablet, or access to Wi-Fi, find out if a friend can help you. You can also contact the tribunal staff or the advice services we list at the end of this section for help.
It's really important to test the equipment you are using before the day of your hearing to make sure it works. This is especially important if it's a computer or tablet you haven't used before. Trying out the system may also allow you to see what you look like on screen before the hearing. Try to make sure that your internet is strong and stable. If you're using Wi-Fi, it's best to sit close to the internet router or connect to it with a cable. Ask anyone who shares your home not to use the internet during your hearing. This will make your internet connection stronger. Shut down any programs that you don't need during the hearing. These can be distracting and may weaken your connection. Make sure that your device is plugged in or fully charged. You might want to keep your charger nearby. Using headphones can improve the sound quality. Charge your phone and keep it close by in case you need to contact the tribunal staff on the number in the notice of hearing. It's best to have this number saved in your phone before the hearing. If the tribunal staff ring you, they will normally use a withheld number. So if you get a call from a withheld number around the day of the hearing, it's a good idea to answer it.
You can connect to the hearing from any room. If possible, you should choose a place that is quiet and private. Tell others not to interrupt or disturb you during the hearing. This will help you to focus on what is being said. The length of the hearing depends on the case. If you have young children, it's a good idea to ask a friend or relative to look after them. This means that everyone involved will be able to focus on your case. You will need to send any documents you intend to rely on to the tribunal as soon as possible in advance. This might include things like a doctor's report in a disability claim. All the important documents will be put together and referred to as the bundle. You may receive the bundle by post or by email. The judge and the other party will also have a copy of the same bundle. Make sure that you have the bundle with you on the day, as other people will refer to it during your hearing. Go through the bundle before the hearing and make a note of important page numbers and points that you may want to refer to. If you think any documents are missing from the bundle, let the tribunal staff know as soon as possible.
It's normal to present your own case to the tribunal, but people often bring a friend or advice worker to support them. Whatever you decide, it's good to get independent advice before the hearing to help you prepare. These organisations are a good place to start. You might want to pause the film at this point to take down the details. If you are not comfortable speaking or understanding spoken English or use British Sign Language, tell the tribunal staff as soon as possible before the hearing so that they can arrange for an interpreter to help you on the day. You will not need to pay for the interpreter. If you need any other support to help you take part in the hearing, just get in touch with tribunal staff. Whether you have advice or not, the most important thing is that you show up. This will really help the tribunal understand your case. Before moving on to Section 2, let's recap the most important points from this section. Contact tribunal staff if you have any problems taking part. Test your technology in advance. Read through the documents sent to you.
Let's move on to Section 2. What will happen on the day? Before the date of your hearing, you will be sent details of how to join the online system used by your tribunal and when to log on to it. Connecting to the system before your hearing is due to start will prevent you feeling rushed and allow time for any connection problems to be sorted out. You may also get the chance to check that your speakers and microphone are working. After connecting with the video hearing system, you may be kept in an online waiting area until the hearing is ready to start. You don't have to do anything at this point, just stay near your screen. Sometimes hearings start later than expected. Don't worry if this happens. The staff know you are waiting, and if they need to, they will contact you. It's not unusual for computer screens to sometimes freeze or for people to lose their internet connection during a hearing. If this happens, just get in touch with tribunal staff. The judge will understand if you are having problems, so try to stay calm. If necessary, they will stop the hearing and wait for you to rejoin. As a last resort, it may be possible to take part in the hearing by phoning in. Losing your internet connection will not affect the outcome of your case.
Let's move on to talk about who will be at the hearing. Not all tribunals use the same video hearing system, but the screen of your video hearing will be divided into a number of different windows. It's possible that people may change position on screen depending on who is speaking. Every hearing will have an independent judge. The judge is in control of who speaks and when they speak. They have a duty to make sure that the hearing is fair for everyone involved, and that everyone, including you, has their say. The judge may work with one or two other people, such as a doctor or a person with experience in disability cases, or a money expert in child support cases. Together they make up the panel. If you have asked a friend or advice worker to support you, they will also be shown on your screen. The person or organisation you are in dispute with will also be there if they choose to attend. This could be your former partner in a child support hearing. In other cases, it might be someone who works for the Department of Work and Pensions. In some cases, there will also be an interpreter. Hearings are open to the public. This means that there may be members of the public or newspaper reporters watching the hearing, but this is unusual and you will not be able to see them. There may also be a member of tribunal staff who will be in the background to make sure that the case runs smoothly. They do not usually appear on screen.
The purpose of the hearing is to expand on the issues raised in the bundle. At the beginning of the hearing, the judge will ask everyone to introduce themselves. The judge will decide on the issues in your case and guide you through the order in which they will be discussed at your hearing. The judge and panel members will ask you and the other people at the hearing questions. They will also give you the chance to explain your situation and ask questions. If the hearing is a long one, the judge will make sure that everyone has a short break. The judge will tell you what time the hearing will restart. You can also ask the judge if you need a break.
When everyone has had their say, the panel will make a decision based on what they have heard in the hearing and been sent to read. The judge may tell you the result of your case on the day of the hearing, but if they need more time to think about what they have heard, they will write to you with the outcome as soon as possible. You will be told when the hearing is at an end and you can leave. If you are not happy with the outcome, the organisations we told you about earlier in the film can provide advice on whether and how you can appeal the decision. Before moving on, let's recap the most important points from this section. Log in early. Don't worry if something goes wrong, there's help available. The judge will guide you throughout the hearing.
Let's move on to talk about how you should behave in the hearing. It's really important that you have your say in the hearing. This helps to make sure that the process is fair. You should let the judge know if you don't understand something, if you are unable to hear or see anything properly, if you would like to ask a question, or if you think someone has got something wrong. If you don't understand a question someone has asked you, just ask them to repeat it. If you don't know the answer to a question, just say so. If you want to say something, it's important that you don't interrupt other people. Just put up your hand. When you do speak, take your time and speak clearly. If you are using an interpreter, stop and give them time to tell everyone what you have said. People often ask what they should call the judge and panel members. The fact that it's a formal hearing means that you should call them Madam or Sir. Don't worry if you forget. The most important thing is to be polite.
Tribunals ask everyone to show their respect by following some simple guidelines about how to act. No one should eat anything or drink anything except water during the hearing, unless they have a medical condition that requires them to. Smoke or use e-cigarettes. Answer their phone or doorbell. And have pets in the room that could make noise and disturb the hearing. It's also a good idea to put your phone on silent when the hearing begins. It's really important that you don't take photographs or record anything in the hearing. This is a criminal offence. Before closing, let's recap the most important points from this section. Show respect for the tribunal. It's there to help you. Use the opportunity to have your say. Be polite and don't interrupt others.
We hope you found this film useful. Remember, you can watch it as many times as you like. If you are worried about anything, get advice from an independent advice service or contact the tribunal staff. We hope your hearing goes well.